name is Tyler. I'm like any normal person, but I play Fortnite. I'm athletic, but one thing has changed my life forever. And I mean forever. I go to school at a school. I go to school at a normal school called Hillberg Elementary. Like I said, I'm like any normal kid, but there's a catch. My friends, they all play Fortnite with me. They find it interesting, and they're better than I am. They make fun of me because they're better than I am. But there's one thing they don't know, is that I have a coach. This coach isn't any normal coach. He's different. He speaks with a weird accent I've never heard. And he knows my name, which really freaks me out. It's not normal. I ask him, how do you know my name? And he says, it's top secret. But I ask him, and I ask him, and he says, it's top secret. So I stopped playing with him, and I get an invite from him. He says, join me right now, or I'll come. I join him as quick as I can, because I don't know what he'll come means, and it freaks me out. So I join him, like I said, and he says he knows exactly where I live. I ask him how, and he says, you'll see. He says that I'm his favorite. I say, person you've coached, and he says no. I ask him what he means, and he again says, I'll find out. I say I don't want to find out, I want to know right now. He says, impatient kids get bad prizes. I ask him what he means, and he says the same thing, but only this time more angrily and scary. I ask him, what does he mean? And yet he just says, you'll see, like always. I tell him I have to get off, and he says, no, you don't. I ask him what he means again and again, but no answer. I end up leaving the party, and I get another invite. This one right after I leave the party. So I ask him, I join, but I ask him, what does he want? He says, you know exactly what I want, and I know exactly what you want. I take notice of this because it's almost Christmas. And I said, are you Santa? And he says, he's just a fairy tale. I tell him, no, he isn't. But he says, yes, he is. I say, hey, I can sit here and argue with you all day, but I won't. I leave. I leave. but he again sends me another invite. I ignore it thinking he's trying to troll me or something. Yet, he sends me a message. Get in here right now. I tell him, no, I don't know why I should. He says that only he will know that, and I will never know. I again say, what do you mean? He tells me what he means, and I was astonished because he never likes to give answers to questions like that. So I asked him how and why did you answer that? I thought you hated answering those questions. He says, what do you mean by how? You already know how. You know the answer to how on everything. Good job on your science test today. I ask him, are you Mr. Wimberly? He says, I'm Mr. Everyone. And I get off my Xbox. It isn't normal to have people telling me this. People being weird like this. So, I go to sleep because I'm tired. I'm tired of my coach being weird and tired of just my coach in general. I delete him off my Xbox, and he sends me an all caps text. Why did you do that? I say do what, playing it off like I didn't know what he's saying, but I fully knew what he was saying, and I fully got terrified. I tell him, look, I can't play with you anymore. My mom says you're too weird. And he says, no, she doesn't. He says, nobody says I'm too weird, or they pass away. I say, fine, my mom didn't say that, but I did. And I hear a loud bang. It came from my front lawn. I just think to myself, who's out there? And is it? I open the door, something I would later regret, and I find a man with a bloody knife. Had he just killed someone? I thought to myself. He says yes, as though he can read my thoughts. I try to act like I didn't hear that, but he says, you did hear that, and I slam the door. I lock it, and I don't regret my decisions. I'll try to update you as soon as I can about this mystery man, and if he's real or if he's fake. I'll try to update you as soon as I can, if I can. Other than that, all I can say is that I'm terrified, and I can't, and I will always regret my decisions. So from now on, I will always stay off my Xbox.